All right, you do need to know. You're listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clara's hometown station. It's going to get crowded on the phone lines. You know that, right, Peter? We've got. Not only do we have Doug on the phone line, we have not only do we have Scott Wilk in studio, but now we have Steve Petzold and Alan Ferdman on the line as well. Gentlemen, you're there, right?
Yes, we are. Hello.
All right. Hey, guys, let's talk about Tuesday night. Now, Steve, let's start with you. You were upset because Tim Benn got passed over for Mayor Pro Tem, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Now, Alan, I saw you at the meeting as well, and I saw your comments in the Gazette, the piece that Doug wrote about Tim Benn being passed over.
I didn't write it. Melissa
wrote it. Well, I thought maybe it was your comments, Doug. I don't remember. It may have been your extra rant that I read.
Could have been.
But Alan, okay. So Steve, let's go back. Why were you so upset?
Well, because I thought it was obvious that Tim Benn should have been the obvious selection, and they decided to pass over him for reasons that really were not made clear by Bob Keller in his statement.
Okay. It was more along the lines of, hey, it should have been his turn, right?
Well, he earned it. He wasn't sitting there saying, I'm owed this. He earned it by his hard work on the council. Now, that work is not appreciated by the other council people that are there, all for reasons that can be easily refuted.
Okay. And those reasons that for those people who weren't there or didn't see it or didn't read the Gazette, the 3 or 4 of them that didn't read the Gazette, right, Doug?
Thank you.
You're welcome. What were those reasons that Councilman Keller, or actually now Mayor Keller, stated for passing over Tim Benn as Mayor Pro Tem, which is like a vice mayor in waiting, whatever you'd like to call it?
Yes.
What were those reasons that Keller stated?
Well, the Gazette was very clear, and I got to congratulate Melissa again, in that Bob seems to think that Tim Benn cost the city a lot of money, and that he does not conform to the Code of Conduct, Resolution 12-73 of the Council. That he's the wild card. He can't be trusted, and he goes off on his own and doesn't conform to the rules of the council.
Okay. Now, Alan, I saw your comments, and you mentioned something about electing a mayor.
Well, I think besides everything that Steve said, what you have to realize is that our legacy council members have been using the mayoral and mayor pro tem positions during election years. Just look at Bob Keller's record, and you'll see that 3 out of 4 years that he was the mayor was his election year, and the 4th time that he served, he was the mayor pro tem. So maybe instead of allowing these ladies and gentlemen to use this for political advantage, we should just have the electorate elect a mayor, and then at least the majority of the constituents will know that the person in that position is the person who they want selected.
Okay, so how do you set it up so we elect a mayor? Are we going to have to go to districts?
It would have to be, you'd have to establish a referendum. I believe you can have the elected mayor even with a general law city, but you could, as well as doing that, you could then indicate that you want to move on from being more than just that general law city.
So, Steve, what do you think? Is that happening?
There's nothing that I see on the horizon, and if we have a referendum on it, you'll hear Bob Keller crying, bellowing out, and telling the folks that we're costing them a lot of money.
Steve, but would you be in favor of what I wrote about and what Alan's talking about if we went to district voting and electing a mayor? That would alleviate all this nonsense that just happened, would it not?
Well, I think the districts, you'd still have to set up a rotation, and it might be, more formal rotation than what there is now.
No, Steve, what we're saying is we would elect the mayor, like a big boy city. We would have an election for the mayor. It would avoid everything that happened Tuesday night.
Yeah, we could have 4 districts and a mayor.
We would have to convert over to a charter city, I believe, to do that.
Right. Scott Wilk's still with us, isn't it?
Yes, he is.
Scott, can you weigh in on this for us?
What I'd love to see, frankly, is a valley-wide city with a mayor elected citywide, and then go to districts for the rest. Because we're going to have to go to districts anyway because of the California Voting Rights Act. I mean, so it's inevitable. So if we're going to do it, let's do it right.
All right, guys, something to think about, huh?
Well, I think Scott's right on the mark, and that's what we discussed before.
Yeah.
That eventuality, if we want to get Stevenson Ranch and the folks west of the 5 freeway to join us in the city, they're going to have to know they're equally represented, and one way to do that is districts. So districts with an elected mayor, I think, is in our future. It just depends on how long it's going to be.
Yeah. What's the first step? Does anybody know? If that's what if we're going to get there eventually, shouldn't we just try to beat the lawsuit, save ourselves some time and money?
Well, there is a lawsuit right now.
I know, but we could get out of it if we did it right?
Well, we don't know how we're getting out of it. Right now, November 2016 is looking like an at-large election.
Yeah.
But I think what John's asking is if we do want to have the referendum to go to that type of government structure, what's the first step? How do we get the ball rolling?
I think we have to go to LAFCO, Land Agency Formation Commission, first, and have them do an analysis. Because right now, even our sphere of influence with the city of, with our city is quite small. So I think, in my recollection, it's been quite a while since I've looked at it. That's the first step, expanding your sphere, and then they have to do economic analysis and all that. Yeah. My understanding, again, I wasn't in the room, but my understanding is there's kind of been like a detente between the city and Supervisor Antonovich, and he didn't want to see anything happen until after he left office. And of course, he's going to be leaving office at the end of next year. Right. So I think, now's the time to start having these discussions.
All right, gentlemen, you know what to do, right?
You got it.
All right, Mr. Furman, Mr. Petzoid, thanks so much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you, and Merry Christmas to everybody.
All right, take care. All right, Doug, you know what time it is?
What time?
Football picks.
Football picks.
All right.
Mr. Wilkes stuck around specifically so he could do the picks because he did so well last time.
He did?
He did, I know.
Okay.
And if Kyle Jennings is actually listening to the station that he manages, he should come in anytime soon, too. But who knows? All right, so I did not see the total... I did not see the total standings in the Gazette this week because I know you were on vacation. It's probably the last thing on your mind.
You are wrong. They are in there.
They are in there?
Yes. Brandon Myrie is still in first place. He had a 3-2 week.
3-2 week, okay.
Yeah. And you're still in second place.
No, I moved up to second place.
Yes, that's right. No, you're right. You're
sole possession of second place. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did see them. I did see them. I just like to have him actually say I moved up to second place.
Dropped to third place, and unfortunately, myself dropped to the cellar.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and pick the games. We'll tell Kyle who he's picking because he's not coming in. So, all right. The first game, obviously, because I'm still a Redskins fan, which is really embarrassing. I mean, I almost don't want them to win. There was actually an article in the Washington Post about whether it's better for the Redskins to lose than to win the NFC East because they'll get a better draft pick.
So, John, I just want you to know, as a Redskin fan, that we had a resolution this year calling on the NFL to change the name, and I was one of 5 no votes.
Good. You know why? It's kind of like when I talked to it was city council when I was joking around. I said, "Hey, what's your position on abortion?" And they started to tell me their position on abortion. And I went, "No, your position on abortion is I'm running for city council. I have no position on abortion." So now we are officially joined by station manager Kyle Jennings. Kyle, you can say hi to Doug. You can see him. You really don't care. All right. First game, ladies and gentlemen, Washington versus at Chicago. Are you writing these down, Doug? Because I'm not.
No, I'm.
Okay, we'll write them down. All right, Washington at Chicago. Since Brandon's not here, he's going to pick Chicago.
Why don't we have Mr. Wilk pick for Brandon?
Oh, there you go. You get to pick for Brandon. You're in first place.
I think the Bears are going to maul him. Bears.
Oh, okay. And the little pun.
I know.
I appreciate that.
That was good. All right, Kyle, what do you got?
I'm going Chicago, too. I'm with Mr. Wilk here.
Washington on the road does not play well. They could be the first team that actually wins an NFC East game or NFC East division without winning a road game. Please don't win.
Are they 5-7 in first place? Is that
Yeah.
how it looks?
Chicago.
Yep,
Just move along.
I'm Chicago.
Okay, everybody's doing Chicago. All right, the game of the week, because Doug's Arizona Cardinals played last night. We've got Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Great game last night. Anyway.
Yeah, you get lucked out. Stupid call.
11
Okay,
and 2, baby.
unlike John, I am a homer, and my team is the Steelers, so I'm taking the Steelers on the road.
At Cincinnati.
Man,
Wow.
I voted for you, Scott, and you're a Steelers fan?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I am.
What if you can take that vote? You can't take that vote. All right, we have to move along. Is
Cincinnati.
anybody else picking Pittsburgh?
I'm picking Cincinnati.
Okay, everybody's taking Cincinnati. All right. Then it was slim pickings because we've got Buffalo at Philadelphia. It's an interesting game because
Gosh.
it's LaShawn McCoy coming
Yeah.
back to Philadelphia.
Okay.
But
Philadelphia.
yeah,
Whoa. I'm going Buffalo. I think LaShawn McCoy wants to score
Yeah,
8 touchdowns.
Buffalo-
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo.
I would love to have LaShawn McCoy in my daily fantasy football league. Okay, all right.
Philadelphia, correct?
You're the only one taking Philadelphia.
One, good call.
You're the only one taking Philadelphia.
It is in
Philadelphia.
right? Okay.
You're the only one
Philadelphia
taking the
for me.
Eagles. Okay.
Okay.
All right, New England at Houston. Anybody taking Houston?
Ooh.
It's a tough call.
I'm picking Houston. I'll pick Houston.
Yes.
All right, we got one for
Picking
Houston.
2 for Houston.
Two for
I've got to go Pats, or I won't be able to.
Yeah.
My wife will lock me out of the house.
Yeah.
All right, last
That's an
one.
issue.
Last one, real quick. We got a couple seconds left. New York Giants at Miami.
Gosh. Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Miami.
I'm going Miami, too.
I'm going Miami. Are you going the Giants?
Yeah, I'll go Giants.
Okay. All right, we got this.
Giants.
All right, gentlemen, it's been an honor and a privilege to have you in there, Mr. Wilk. Good luck on not only the campaign trail, but in the legislature. I'm sure it's got to be a lot of fun. Doug, have a blast in Indianapolis. Say hi to your grandkids for me. Okay. And Kyle, keep doing what you do. All right,
do
you've
it
been listening to
every
Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS. Santa Clara's hometown station. We're back next week.